we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal, back at it again, giving you that gay shit you love while jumping into more Final Fantasy 15. So last time we were here, we let Ignis take the spotlight and show off his potential as a true combo queen. Plus, we wrapped up the last of the bounties in this area, and finally made our way to Golden Key to meet with a mysterious homosexual who had a unique character model. And as you know, if you see a homosexual in the field, that means they're definitely going to be important later. So, we're going to keep tabs on that dude, because I'm a little worried he's going to cause some gay chaos XD, in our bro venture, so we got to be careful. This time around, we're going to run errands for a significantly less mysterious homosexual who's given us very 2000s fashion industry grunt looks. Plus, I got some viewer questions about gay media representation and my own homosexual views on religion, so we got a pretty full lineup for this video today. But in the meantime, oh shit, I can't talk to him. I guess I have to actually go to the area that the quest is marking before I can talk to him. Oh shit. Real joystick sensitivity hours. There we go. I haven't recorded in a bit, so I'm getting used to my controller again. But like I said, when in doubt, you just scout out the local homosexuals and they'll help you figure out what the hell to do. So let's go ahead and walk up to this dude. What's good, son?
According to my sources, the Empire
Oh my god, that look.
not to let any vessels leave the docks of Altissia. Real shame if you were late to your own wedding. Right?
Oh my god. Someone on this character design team really, like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a read or not, but this is like almost like a caricature of a very certain type of early 2000s homosexual. Your clue, if you're doubting this man's homosexuality, is that his eyebrows and his hair aren't the same color, and two, that he's wearing that fucking, it's not a choker, but that necklace thing. But anyway, as I said in the past, when a gay has different color eyebrows than their hair, and is very blatant, that means they are a force of nature, and you need to be very careful around them. So we're going to do what he says, and hope he doesn't smite us where we stand, and just roll with it. Although he is kind of blackmailing us, which sucks, but, I mean, it's probably for the greater good, right? I probably should summarize that, because I was talking over him, because I was kind of just gagged by his look, but basically, most of the people here don't realize that Noctis is the Crown Prince, because the Crown City, where Noctis lives, is isolated by that magical barrier that I mentioned before, so most people have not seen the royalty of the kingdom. However, that dude's a reporter, so he knows what to look out for, and he is basically threatening to expose us if we do not help him get some plot item. I don't know what he wants, but I mean, we're just gonna do it, and that is a cat. Hello. What are you doing here? Oh my god. I want one.
Hey, buddy.
I'm screaming. Oh my gosh.
A little stroll? How come you're all alone?
That's a very talkative cat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on a sec. I'll find you something.
I feel like that cat is actually just being really mean and just asking why he looks like Sasuke Uchiha with no booty.
Let's go.
Although I guess Sasuke also didn't have a booty.
This one's perfect.
Sometimes, like, his booty is so flat. Oh my god, like, all of them, like, it just makes me a little bit furious. Like, I can just feel their pelvises grinding to dust every time they sit from the lack of cheeks.
You don't like fish?
Oh, doesn't like that fish.
You only like cooked fish. All right.
Oh my gosh, a true queen. So I went off screen actually and caught a fish. I didn't even remember that I did that because I was practicing before this episode a little bit. And I caught a fish and I saved. I didn't realize that's what I did. So you missed out on seeing the fishing, but I'll probably show that towards the end of this video. And if not this video, the next video. But in the meantime, we gotta take care of this cat, because she...
That the best pickup line you've got?
Oh my.
No, there's this cat over there.
I'm only teasing. I have a feeling I know the feline you've got in mind. Let me whip something up. Paying customers come first, though.
The lip syncing on that character is kind of not great. IMO. I like her character model though, she's very pretty. But I guess we're gonna give her the fish. Do we have to catch a new one or just do it? I guess I'll just talk to her again. Because we did have a fish. I don't know if it got wasted on the cat.
You know, this is really thoughtful of you, but be warned. Cats are clingy, and they're notoriously picky eaters, too.
Picky eaters. You don't say.
When it comes to food, felines are quite finicky, so you are wise to entrust the cooking to me. Here.
Okay, we got it, Mom. I should probably start talking to y'all, because I'm burning through video here. So if you're wondering where I've been... Hello. This is the snapshot contest I was talking about. The theme is Ignis, so this isn't going to really have any spoilers. It's just screen caps from different battles, kind of, but it's not with anything important. Oh my gosh, she's looking so rough. She's giving me trade. Oh my... Ooh, yes. Okay, that's a little bit more bro than I'm used to, but interesting. Oh, model. Oh my gosh, this actually oh my gosh, she's so elegant. This actually reminds me a little bit of when I think I was a sophomore. It had to be a sophomore because I was still hanging out with someone who stopped going to school after my sophomore year, but I was living in the dorms, and our RA put, like, headshots, like, glamour headshots on all of our doors of himself, and I was like, oh my god, that's so, that's so gay, and I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't stereotype, and then I just met him, and he was a big ol' homo, and I was like, okay, so I was exactly correct, and in that moment, I learned never to doubt my gaydar, because I was just exactly 100% correct. I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't really like puns that much. I don't find them particularly amusing. But, you know, if the game gives them to us, I'll go ahead and give a little bit of a chuckle to it. So, like I said, the reason I haven't been recording is because I actually noticed... I can't jump over that. I noticed that I actually am probably uploading faster than some of y'all can watch, judging from when y'all are posting comments. And so I figured I'd give y'all a little bit of a break before I uploaded something new so that y'all can catch up. And then I'll probably try to do uploads every other day. I'm going to record 3 or 4 videos in this batch recording, and I'll do that. And maybe some Heroes of the Hammer watch in between. Who knows? I don't know. It just depends on my mood, because as you remember, I'm gay and I'll do whatever the hell I want. So... sometimes you'll get Final Fantasy 15, and sometimes you'll get a roguelike, and that's really what I'm about right now. But, like I said, we had several questions here. So the first was basically, do I think that movies like Love, Simon are helpful for young gays, and just generally my attitude towards media representation? And I have a lot of complicated feelings towards that. In part because media representation is like a very hot button issue for a lot of folks. And people tend to have very strong opinions about it. But for me, it hasn't really done anything for me necessarily. And what I mean by that is, well, let me paint a scene for y'all. So when I was younger, I would just gobble up anything gay that I could find. Like, I got really interested in gay history, as I mentioned, gay history in the US, and I got very interested in gay politics, and I got very interested in also gay media, and so I would watch just a bunch of 90s gay films in secret in my room on Dailymotion, or whatever venue I could find that wasn't moderated, and this was back when YouTube wasn't really owned by Google, so I could basically... Let's get out of here. I could basically just find whole ass movies broken up into like 20 parts on YouTube, and I would do that too. And I mean, a lot of them were bad, and some of them were good. But the issue that I ran into was that while I could empathize with a lot of them, they didn't necessarily capture my personal experience, which isn't bad. But, you know, and I've talked about this in a previous video, it's really hard to make media or movies or just anything for gay people because we have a lot of very different experiences. Like, we don't all come from the same families. Most of us don't have gay parents, so we basically kind of learn what it means for us personally to be gay as individuals for the most part. And so, because of that, we have very different expectations of what should be in media or movies or music. A lot of people don't like when characters are really stereotypical, but for me, you know, sometimes I like a character that's kind of stereotypical because it relates to people I've known in my life, or it relates to my own experiences, you know. Some of us are kind of feminine, and some of us can be a little bit dramatic, and that's not bad, and it's okay to represent that in movies and music and TV shows, I think. Incidentally, I'm gonna put that conversation on pause. Mama didn't raise any sort of cuck, so we're gonna walk up to this bird and just fucking try to kill it, I guess. Oh my god, it's like dribbling. Oh shit, son! We woke it up. Are those wings on its head? That's interesting. I think this is the thing we saw earlier, right? I think Prompto pointed it out when we were heading back to Hammerhead. Am I supposed to do anything? Nope. Okay, I guess that was basically just like a cutscene. Well then. I'm off to go finish this quest, I guess? Oh, we didn't get any XP from that. That makes sense though, we didn't even fucking do anything. Alright, we're gonna snatch up this, whatever this is, garnet stone, and head back, I guess? There's some shit to gather here. This will give me an excuse to talk more. But basically what I'm saying is that, you know, we all have very different experiences for what it means to be gay, and so that makes it hard to make, like, a movie or media that, like, represents all gay people, because we're also similar and different from each other. And I think that people tend to get preoccupied with this idea that media should make gay people look good, in my opinion, and I think that's very... that's just not how I feel personally. I don't think that it's media's job, especially when it's media made by gay people, to make gay people look good, so much as it's there to really capture the variety of experiences we have and kind of translate them into a way where the characters' motivations are understandable. So one of the worst things that I see is that someone basically says that this is bad movie representation, or this is bad media representation of gay people because this character's stereotypical, or I specifically don't find this character attractive, so I can't relate to them, so I don't want to watch this. And my response to that is that, well, my hope is that you don't necessarily find yourself limited in relating to another character because they're not exactly like you. Like, I really hope that you as a gay person can understand that we are different, and that's okay, and that... The fuck are you doing, son? You didn't fucking honk at me. Fuck off. I can't do anything. It really tilts the shit out of me that you can't climb on top of cars, because I really love standing on top of things. But, you know, people shouldn't have to be attractive or exactly like you for you to try to want to understand them, in my opinion. And that's really strongly how I feel. And that's why I started off this conversation by saying, you know, I've encountered movies that don't necessarily... We parked back here, I almost forgot. That don't necessarily capture my own personal experiences, but at the same time, they were familiar, because I could try to empathize with the characters. What's up, Ignis?
Noct. The roads are perilous at night. We best head back into town.
So Ignis will always nag you when it's nighttime to try to go back into town, because he really does not like driving at night, because demons will pop out and try to murder us, which is valid.
Let's call it a night.
But, you know, in particular with Love, Simon, something that kind of struck me is that You know, there's this duality with movies where sometimes seeing people represented that have things in common with you is good, and other times it can actually make you feel more isolated or alienated. So, when you see a movie with gay people and their life is like so completely different than yours that it like almost seems like a fairy tale, sometimes that can be unsettling and that can be kind of nerve-wracking. And while I want to encourage people to still empathize with that and try to understand that, I think that at the same time, other people should also recognize that that can be kind of emotionally draining to see that. In particular with Love, Simon, and I've said that 3 times because I keep getting distracted. I think that for me, I couldn't really relate to large portions of the movie. Like, I could empathize because I've encountered people in similar situations who that was their life and they lived situations similar to the plot of the movie. But, you know, the character in that movie necessarily kind of, I almost want to say, is a trope. So, since the 90s, even though people kind of say that all gay characters have sad or stereotypical stories, that's not actually true in my opinion, from my observation. There's been a shift since the 90s and early 2000s to having like gay everyman characters, and what I mean by that is that like really just like humble and kind of neutral gay characters who like their sexuality isn't necessarily like a very important part of their character. And a lot of people see this as good, actually, because they don't want gay to define them because of some of the things I talked about in the previous videos, where some people see an identity as gay, putting them in a box, or limiting them, or labeling them. But what the fuck do you want, Prompto? Okay, I get it, they're fish here. And they see identity as limiting, so they don't want to necessarily have a character's sexuality define them. But on the flip side, for me personally, I like a character that engages with their sexuality a lot. And that is something that stood out to me when I was younger, noticing all of these gay characters who didn't really, outside of finding a love interest, their sexuality wasn't very important to them. You know what I mean? And there's me, this big old homo, who's basically making this big old gay... I forgot how to fish. Let me read this for a second. How do I reel this shit in? Oh shit, that's a big ass fish. It's thick as hell, holy shit. Oh, I lost fish aggro, I guess? I guess I have to pull it back out. Maybe I'll wiggle it a bit. Nah, okay, whatevs. But I think I'll probably put that topic on the shelf again. I liked Love, Simon, I just couldn't relate to a lot of it. In particular, because a lot of my life has been shaped by the conflict around my sexuality, and then me growing and realizing how my sexuality connects to different parts of me. And then the eventual realization that all parts of my identity are interconnected. So, like I have said in the previous video, my stuff being a black person and my stuff being a gay person are just fused together, like they're never separate for me. But that's what I gotta say about that. It's kind of weird to me to see a character who basically isn't shaped by being bullied really badly, honestly. It's kind of weird to me because it was such a big part of my life. You know, people used to mess with me in public and on the street, and I would get messed with on bus stops and, you know, bullied in school and stuff. And so when a character doesn't have that dynamic, it's just very different from my own experiences. And I can empathize, but I just can't relate. Oh shit, son, we finally did it. I wonder if I can... I'm gonna try microing, talking, and reeling this sucker in. So, I got one more topic. Oh, I feel so bad, dude. Oh, man. Okay, I gotta try to squeeze this topic in. So I think, what was the other topic? Mom, I forgot. Oh my god, I'm screaming. Oh, my reviews on religion. So, you know, I've met a lot of LGBT people who are religious throughout my life, and I will say that should I do this in a separate video? I feel so bad, but I think that maybe I'll start the next video by talking about this. But I do have opinions on it. I feel so bad that I didn't get to this fucking topic because I was too busy waxing poetic on everyone's favorite twink movie. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, Mom. Let's do it. We get to see Gladio's flat booty and Prompto just fucking taking a picture of me without my permission. Fuck off, Prompto. Get the fuck out of here, son. Okay, anyway. I want to thank y'all for watching. Have a good one. We're going to talk about religion in the next episode. Sorry I lied to you in the intro. Have a good one, and bye.